Brought to you by our sponsors, William Richmond Inc., Chesapeake's Bounty, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, McNellis Group Properties, Shady Lane Construction, LLC, R.E. Graves Heating and Air Conditioning, Chesapeake Plastics, Precise Systems, and G&H Jewelers. Live from the JP Weather Center, this is a Weather Alert Update. Alright, and hello everyone, I'm forecaster John Bordash with you to give you a quick weather update here from the JB Weather Center on the severe weather potential we have across the region as we head into this afternoon and this evening. First things first, if you've been here long enough, you know the drill. If you can hear me fine, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure I don't get too in-depth with anything before I'm sure that everyone can hear me, because that seems to be an ongoing issue with me clicking buttons. But in the meantime, what I can tell you is that we do have the severe thunderstorm watch in effect pretty much for the entire region up until about 10 o'clock. Let me give radar a pause, bring you to our current frame, and what you can see everywhere shaded in blue. And I can see people say that they can hear me, and I see my younger sister saying she can hear me and that she wants to know the time frame for Baltimore. We will get into that in a second. So yes, all areas here shaded in blue under that severe thunderstorm watch up until about 10 o'clock. And if we zoom out, you can see this really kind of covers much of the mid-Atlantic, parts of the Northeast, going into Pennsylvania, into New York, and including our region. We're kind of on the southern edge of this, but we're going to watch as things kind of begin to form. We already have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings that have begun to pop back up to our west. And as we take a look at this, over towards Frederick, north and west of D.C., back towards portions of northern Virginia, these storms are forming. They have the potential to have damaging winds up to 60 to 70 miles per hour, hail up to an inch in size, and we're talking about frequent lightning with these. What's going to be the time frame for us here in southern Maryland and for my younger sister up in Baltimore? I think north of 50, north of Annapolis, north of Bowie, north of Washington, anytime between about now and about 8 o'clock is really going to be fair game for you. These storms have begun to form, and we can see these storms are all going to be tracking here to the north and the east. South of there, in the southern Maryland, parts of northern Virginia, it's a little bit more iffy. If I kind of zoom us out here, and we're going to take a look at Futurecast, because I think this kind of demonstrates what I'm trying to describe here with this little bit of a tricky forecast. So let's get all of these layers turned off. We'll get into Futurecast, get into that time frame here for southern Maryland. I'm going to go ahead and get that loop loaded. And as we push forward here, and I want to make sure I'm here on Futurecast correctly, so just give me just 1 second. Let's get that time set. There we go. Let's get into the model data here. The model isn't doing too good handling the storms right now. This is how it says radar should be looking right now. And it's not too far off. We do have that storm moving into parts of Frederick County, but we know that we have more storms out there than just that. But as we push this forward, Futurecast tries to get some severe weather, some storms going in our region closer to about 5 or 6 o'clock, and even with this, we're kind of on the southern edge here. What we would really need to wait and see is wait for that main trough, the main focal point of severe weather, that main trigger to kind of move through. And then as we head into the overnight hours, that would be when we start to get into some more substantial rain, maybe some lightning, maybe some hail. But at this point, at about 10 o'clock, it's a little bit too late to really see widespread severe storms. I wouldn't rule 1 or 2 out. So my main focal point in the short term is really the storms that we have firing now. How far south are they allowed to come? The focal point may be north of our region, and most of our afternoon is fine. It's hot, it's muggy, but we might be able to get out of the afternoon hours without much in the way of storms. However, after sunset, I definitely do think we'll have rain in our region. Futurecast shows that well. After about 8, 9, 10 o'clock is when we're going to be talking about rain definitely in our region. The question is, can we get it in here beforehand? And we'll see. I mean, Futurecast hasn't had the best track record today with dealing with the severe weather and the storms that have already begun to pop. So we're going to have to kind of wait and see on that one. But we do that severe thunderstorm watch up. That goes up until 10 o'clock this evening. And we'll see kind of how everything forms and how things continue to unfold. As we take you back over to how radar looks at the moment, get those watches and warnings loaded. We have several severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for those orange polygons north of DC. That's what we're talking about. Right now, the focal point is to the north, and that will gradually shift itself down here to the south, but we're going to have to wait and see really how far to the south they're able to get and how strong they're able to be. If they are able to focus down into our region this afternoon, they definitely have the potential to be strong to severe. We have very warm temperatures getting near 90 degrees. If you've stepped outside, you know it is very muggy outside. The humidity's there. Those are two of the main components we're looking at today to fuel these severe thunderstorms. So the ingredients are there. The question is, can storms form? And if they do, are they able to tap into those ingredients? Yeah, if we kind of take it back to baking, which I think a lot of people are able to understand, the severe thunderstorm watch is kind of like a cupcake watch, right? If you have all the ingredients laid out, the flour, the eggs, the milk, but they're not combined, you have the ingredients for cupcakes, but you don't have them right now. However, if we put that all those ingredients into a mixing bowl, we put that into the oven, and they come out, we have a cupcake, that would be the morning. So right now, we're just in that watch stage. We have the ingredients there, nothing to watch right now, or nothing coming into the region right now. We're just watching for that potential. So stay tuned to JB Weather. Facebook and Twitter are going to be the best ways to get these alerts today, and I'll be live here on Facebook and on Twitter and over on YouTube as well for the latest information. The website's currently undergoing a little bit of a facelift right now, so that's not going to be a great way to get information today, but Facebook and Twitter will definitely be the best way to get information from me today. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll continue to keep you updated. I'm forecaster John Bordash. Thank you for tuning in. I'll continue to keep you updated here on Facebook and over on Twitter. Have a nice one, and keep it tuned right here